what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Rather not bicker about taste. Don't like to. It's neither interesting nor productive.
This particular witcher has an inborn intolerance for formal occasions. Yet he's to attend just such an event shortly. I expect that's the source of his prickliness. So try not to take things personally, Master Taylor. Rather pity him. For in truth, stage fright overwhelms him. He trembles at the thought that he has no notion how to behave in the presence of Her Grace's Majesty.
As well he should. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced general...
Ceremonies. Medals on...
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory? After all we've revealed?
It's not... Syanna'nın planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna'n's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything.
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprise. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes Of course, the same holds true for...
The letters. What's the...
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately, he admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me in providing it.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now. Or if you will first destroy...
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letter.
Why, of course.
If you're about to tell me this information... How'd you get those...
Beggars brought them.
Beggars?
Why, 4.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything...
What? Come now. Each was different. Oh!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little... Remember what they look...
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that bootshine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we...
Well, at the shop?
Where's that?
Thanks, kid. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
A real witch.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? This is a decent... You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. Will you...
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you up...
Scram!
Decent folk you mentioned.
Why?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Witcher! Look into it. Not a witcher.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter. I do not oppose going elsewhere.
Need some information. Looking for a man.
The boot black. If I...
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. You can question them.
Thanks. We'll...
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief.
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack.
Does anyone know what's the gentleman?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you...
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. Fresh.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over. Or...
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the boot black anyways. It's always muddy there.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Syanna'nın rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete.
Alas, the matter's ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Syanna'nın planned it.
Indeed, the look.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna'nın, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna'nın murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive.
Actually, loved.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna'nın locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some... Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna'nın.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Halt!
Need to see Syanna'nın, urgently.
In the matter of?
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
The witcher will speak with the inmate.
As long as it's truly but a moment.
Hey, Syanna'nın. Sorry to...
I've nothing to say to you. You're the one who put...
Sure, but you are here. So what's the harm in talking?
What do you want?
Went to a place where Beauclair's beggars congregate. Found proof that you'd planned your sister's demise. Anna Henrietta. She was Dettlaff's ultimate target from the start. Your target.
Bravo, Witcher. I congratulate you on your deductive reasoning skills. But what I'd planned has nothing to do with you.
Wrong. Has everything to do with me.
You were hired to kill the beast. Said beast is dead. So go collect your metal and leave me alone. Why must you meddle in everything?
Regis. He's always saying Dettlaff was more animal-like, less human than him. Might have been so, whereas you're driven by cruelty, hatred, and a lust for vengeance. They hired me to kill the beast, true. Thing is, something tells me...
You've no notion who I am or what drives me.
Actually came hoping to learn something. It's clear you were out for vengeance. Against those who drove you from the palace? Curse of the Black Sun. That was their reason, right?
It's certainly what they claimed. They said I was dangerous. Knights, Crespi, Dulac, Delacroix, and Peyrac Peyran. They got the task of whisking me away, abandoning me outside the duchy's borders.
They were following orders.
So they were, though they did so eagerly. Especially when I tried to flee. Crespi beat me unconscious with a... Peyran found ample opportunity to take his frustrations out on me, while Dulac and Delacroix insulted me, mocked me.
Explains a bit. A lot. You had a right to...
I didn't expect you to understand. I need no sympathy. No. If I could turn back time, I'd not decide otherwise at any juncture.
Enough. Your visit's done.
Thank the...
Commander de la Tour would like to see you.
Let's go.